Hey y'all, Tanny Cooks here, and today I'm going to show you how to make buffalo turkey wings. Yes, I said turkey, not chicken, so it's going to be big and juicy and beautiful, and we're going to make this recipe in your Instant Pot, so it's going to be quick, but still very flavorful. So let's get to cooking. With all of my ingredients assembled on my counter, it's going to be a simple process to cook. I have 3 packs of turkey wings. They each have 2 in them. I have my Instant Pot clean and ready to go. I have butter and onion for the flavor, and then I have dry seasonings like lemon pepper, no salt Tony seasoning, rub sage, because sage is always good for turkey, and celery flakes. Now, for the buffalo part, there are several kinds of hot sauces that I have. You could also use a variety of wing sauces. Pick the one that you like the most. My favorite is Texas Pete. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what is your favorite hot sauce or wing sauce to use. So I'm using turkey wings. These are $3.99 a pound. Each pack was 1.4 to 1.5 pounds. So all in all, it cost me about $18 to make this meal with turkey wings. You certainly could use chicken wings. You just might need to adjust the amount of seasoning and cooking time. I like to inspect my meat to see if there's any fatty part or feathers I need to remove. I also wash my poultry in a bowl with water and white vinegar. Some people may use citrus, but during this time, I clean it and inspect it at the same time. As I let my wings soak for a couple of minutes, I like to wash my hands and prepare my other items. So I like to use oven bags when I marinate meat. A lot of people use these for big turkeys, but I'm going to use them for these turkey wings. So I drained a little bit of water out of my bowl, and you'll notice me taking a paring knife and just piercing the underside of each wing, just through the underside. So I'm not going all the way through to the front side. I want the front side to be the pretty presentation side. So notice there are no holes through the front. The reason I'm cutting these slits into the meat is so that our marinade can seep down past the skin into the meat to add more flavor. And I do this very often when I'm cooking chicken and turkey. The next step is to dry off our wings. This will help the seasoning to adhere better and make sure that our seasoning and marinade is not diluted with water. So we're just going to dry off most of the water and then place them into our plastic baggie, which is inside of a big stainless steel bowl. So I just put in half of my wings. I just put in 3 so that I could put the seasoning on them, including the hot sauce. And as I mentioned in the beginning, I'm going to use my Texas Pete, partly because I like the flavor, but secondly, it was already open. So I'm going to use this up before I open another bottle. I'm not measuring the amount. You just want to coat them liberally with the hot sauce and seasonings. You'll notice I didn't add salt at the dry seasoning step. My lemon pepper does contain some sodium, but also hot sauce has sodium in it as well, so you don't want to overdo it. So I definitely leave salt to be something I add at the end after it's cooked and I taste it. So then I add my second batch, my last 3 wings, to the bag, and I add the seasonings and then add the hot sauce to them to make sure that each wing is seasoned well. And look at that. It smells amazing already. That's why it's important to use sauces and seasonings that you like so that you will enjoy it. I have a gloved hand because I don't want to get hot sauce on my hands. And then gently massage the seasonings and sauce into each piece of your meat. If you notice that you don't have enough of a particular seasoning or hot sauce, you can certainly add a little bit more at this point. And I'm just making sure to rub in the sauce marinade well into each piece. And then I'm going to tie up my bag and place it in the refrigerator overnight. If you don't have overnight to wait, then at least try to marinate for 1 to 4 hours for optimum flavor. And I'm going to let that marinate in my refrigerator. So now I have my onions, and I am slicing up my onion. I'm using a yellow onion. You could use 1 or 2, or you can leave it out altogether. But I love adding onions when I cook meat, especially in an Instant Pot, because onions have liquid or moisture in them that will release as they cook down. And so that onion flavored liquid will be something that adds a nice hint of flavor to our cooking meat and our braising liquid, if you were braising something, for instance. So I'm just cutting this up. We're not actually going to eat the onion, so the shape doesn't matter. I just like to do several cut sides so that there's more open surface area to allow the onion to release its flavor. So I have my Instant Pot ready. I have my rack inside of my Instant Pot, and this is what our meat is going to sit on as it cooks. I am adding about a cup of water You want to add the amount of water needed for your amount of meat. I typically don't add more than a cup in my Instant Pot when cooking meat. I added half of my onions, and now I'm adding about a 1/4 cup of hot sauce. This is going to be our seasoning inside the Instant Pot. I'm also adding a 1/2 cup of butter, so just half a stick is what I'm using. Hot sauce and butter is an amazing combination. So it's the next day as I'm preparing my Instant Pot. I'm taking my meat out of the refrigerator, and you want to let it sit on the counter for about 5 or 10 minutes to get a little bit closer to room temperature. Then place each piece into your Instant Pot bowl. And again, you may want to use tongs because it contains hot sauce. And then I am adding a little bit more hot sauce onto each piece to help with the color and the flavor. Once I have all 6 of my pieces in, now I'm going to add my other half of onion and hot sauce on top. So I didn't add all of the onions and hot sauce on the bottom because I want to make sure the pieces on top get that rich onion flavor as well. Put the lid on. We are going to set it to sealing, and we're going to let our Instant Pot cook on high pressure for 25 minutes. Now, if you have less pieces or bigger pieces, you may need to adjust your time. But if you start off with 25 minutes or 30 minutes for big pieces, then you can see how it goes. Now, I let my Instant Pot sit for a few minutes as I was doing other stuff. 50 minutes, it turns out. All of the pressure released. I opened the lid, and then I took out my individual pieces. You can see how the meat and skin is pulling away from the bone. You want to be very careful as you lift it out of the Instant Pot so it doesn't break apart. I have a different buffalo sauce that was open in my refrigerator. So I put my wings on a baking tray, and I'm just covering them in my Moore's buffalo hot sauce. I actually used this hot sauce when I made buffalo meatballs in my air fryer. I have a video for that if you're interested. It's very delicious. And so I just wanted to use up this particular wing sauce. So now that all of my wings are coated with buffalo sauce, I'm going to place it in an oven. And because it's fully cooked, let them broil for 5 minutes or until they have a nice color. Take it out and put it on a dish. You can add your favorite salad dressing in a side cup. I'm using Ken's Ranch. You could also make homemade ranch, but it was very delicious to have this with my buffalo turkey wings, some celery sticks, and some carrots. It is different from the typical chicken, and it is kind of a showpiece on the dinner plate. This would be great for an indoor barbecue. And the fresh vegetables add a nice fresh taste to this spicy meat. And our meat is very tender and delicious. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel.